If I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play.
Hey everybody, I ran over here into Lace over here at Needle Park, and say hi to everybody, Lace.
Hi.
So Lace, what brings you to Kensington?
I'm homeless.
Homeless?
Yeah, I was a bad kid, I guess. I got in a lot of trouble and, ended up on the street.
So what's your drug of choice?
Fentanyl, cocaine, there's no real heroin anymore, so.
Yeah, no, you're telling me. Fentanyl, cocaine is your drug of choice. So how long you been in the streets of Kensington?
Going on like 5-6 years.
5-6 years?
Yeah, give or take.
So you be at Needle Park a lot?
Yeah, I mean, I don't come here just for the drugs. It's, they do like picnics, Bible studies out here, and, you can lay out, read a book. I just like to get high when I do all that stuff.
Any kids? You have any kids?
Yeah, my kids are grown. My son don't talk to me at all anymore because of all this.
You have any support from siblings or anything like that?
I don't have any siblings.
No siblings?
I have a half sister, but I was adopted, so we never really got to know each other that well. And I didn't meet her till I was like 17, 18.
So what do you think about this new trank that came out?
It's horrible. The xylazine, it's an animal tranquilizer. It's they're putting like meat tenderizer and mixed with that, it makes your skin like lesion, all sorts of stuff. Like there's parasites from fly bites, and that just makes it worse. People are losing limbs, and the hospitals aren't doing nothing. Like I went to the hospital, they sent me home septic with like 4 antibiotics, and said we're gonna give you a decent shot of Dilaudid before you go, so you don't have to shoot up right away. Good luck. Hope you survive.
What's the craziest things you've seen in the streets of Kensington?
Other than the mass shootings, man, I've seen people run around naked, jump on cars, and rip off side view mirrors and jerk off on someone's hood. I've seen, oh my gosh, I've seen stop signs ripped out. There's at K&A, they're still trying to fix where a car went 100 miles per hour right into the L stop.
How about shootings and stuff like that? Like people actually being shot in the street?
Oh yeah.
Did you hear about the Dodge Charger that's driving around picking up women and raping them?
Yeah, I'm very aware. There's also like a black van I jumped out of last week with tinted windows. Dude was freaky, and I heard another girl had to run from them. They're picking up women and kidnapping them.
You're not scared?
I'm used to it. It's not so much that, it's my parents are older, they can't deal with my nonsense, and my kids are on the right path. I don't want to bring them down. I'm working on getting my shit together. Like I have a housing voucher so I can get out this area, because I'm over at the shelter at Huntington. As soon as I get out of here, I plan on going to a clinic today just so I can start, the right path. But here, this area, last week, the cops were chasing some dude. I was sitting right in front of the library, and he shot at them, they shot at him. 3 days before that, right over at F in Clearfield, I just walk off the block and you hear a semi-automatic go off, like a 9mm shoot back, and then a 22. Shit went on for like 5 minutes. I think that was on the news. There was a lot of people dead from that. And I mean, every night, gunshots. Like, it never used to be like this. Kensington wasn't like this before.
I made a video last month. It was called Sleeping in the Streets of Kensington. I spend the night out here, and I'm thinking about doing part 2. You have any suggestions for me?
Be careful. They're doing the BB gun shootings and the paintball shootings again. Last night, they started using ice pellets instead of BBs. All night last night, this gold van that had a white thing over its license plate was riding around with tinted windows, shot pretty much half the people in the shelter, just went all night for like 12 hours just shooting people. I mean, and there's a whole bunch of cars that do that from Jersey. I was passed out and I got woken up by they had it set like a crazy automatic paintball gun that was frozen paintballs, shot point blank in my face, went so deep into my skin my blood mixed with the paint. I mean, I think I still yeah, right there. That's from the paintball because it was frozen. It went into my skin almost like a bullet. I mean, and that's what they do. That's what young kids these days do for fun.
Yeah, I heard it was a lot of young kids.
Yeah, they have another gun that shoots needles, another one that shoots darts that are like this big. This girl had spikes all down her leg. And I mean, all night. I don't even care what brought us here. Like, I had a very rough upbringing. I dealt with a lot of abuse, and these kids don't realize why we're here, why we do what we do. They just figure, we're going to make it worse. Let's keep the problem going, not realizing that's all that they're doing.
I'm going to ask you a question that I ask a lot of people. If you was the mayor of Philadelphia and you could be the mayor for 1 year, what would you do to change the streets of Kensington?
Damn, that's a good question. I would have a lot more gatherings, like stuff to do, arts and crafts, try to keep the peace, block parties that were meant for like the youth and kids, so there's more positive things to do, and it's not just all you see is this and that, how they're doing what they're doing with CLIP, paying people, come in every day, get paid every day. I would definitely enforce more of that to help clean the streets, more employment, free, teaching trades, instead of having to go to school and get grants and owe money. Maybe, have somebody who has a garage and, wants to volunteer. Hey, I'll teach you this and that to help keep younger kids from getting into this lifestyle. I would put more on that, and maybe focus on teaching some of the dealers that get busted, not so much about hard time in prison, but the effects of what the drugs do to the people and the community. Because a lot of times these kids are just thinking, hey, I need to get paid, I need money, but they don't realize, this is the outcome of the shit that you sell. Right. It brings death, it brings prostitution, it brings so much chaos, and a lot of times they don't know it, and before they realize that they're trapped, and that's the income they know. $5 an hour, $10 an hour, that ain't nothing.
Right. If you had one wish, what would it be?
If I had one wish, it would probably be that everybody would just be humble and get along with everybody. No more hate.
Okay. I got a lot of viewers that send equipment and clothes and stuff like that. Is there anything you're in need of?
I'm in need of everything. Like I said, I'm over at the Huntington shelter, Beacon House. Everything, when you're in a shelter, you're with all sorts of people. So my stuff gets stolen all the time. Maybe locks, so I can lock more of my stuff up.
If there's young kids watching, young kids, students in college that never did hardcore drugs, what message do you have for them about the drugs out here in the streets?
You don't know what you're getting into till it's too late. One time is all it took for me. It's all it takes for most people.
Good answer. Is there anything you want to say to your family members? Maybe if they're watching, you want to shout out to somebody?
I love all my kids, and I'm very proud of them.
Good one. Okay, well, thank you for your time. And I hope you get off these streets and do the right thing, because this it's killing people. You see what it's doing to their bodies, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So-
It's messing me up pretty good. Like I try and use clean needles all the time. You know.
Well, I have some supplies I can give you, and I'm going to give you my card.
All
Okay,
right.
so you can check this out, and if you can read the comments, and you'll know if anybody sent you anything. Okay.
All right, cool.
So thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you.
Okay.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed.